What is happening, everybody? Welcome to Off the Rails, a recovery podcast dedicated to ending the stigma of addiction through open discussion on all things recovery related. My name is Mark, and with me always are Dave and Jared. And fellas, what's happening? Today we're good. Sober shit.
Yeah, we are.
How's everyone's week been? Jared's just fresh off some golf.
Yeah, I played some NAAA golf today.
Yeah, that's sweet.
It was fun. Met a lot of new people. So,
how many people were there?
What?
How many people were there?
Like 25, 30, I think.
Nice. That's pretty good.
I don't know. Like before in the past, I would never want to just because I was pretty well showing up to not really knowing anyone. I would never want to do that. But today I was pretty excited to do it. So I feel like cool. My social anxiety is starting to slowly go away. And I'm just kind of opening up to more people. So that was good. I got asked we have an NA hockey pickup league, I guess, in starting in October. So I'm going to play in that. And yeah, kind of starting to feel like I'm a kid again.
Nice.
So, yeah, man.
It's good. Tuesday, I chaired my first big meeting at my home group. Got my sponsor on when I met with him on Friday. He didn't tell me about it. Then when I got there on Tuesday, he's like, because he knows I overthink, obviously, and stress about stupid shit. So 10 minutes before the meeting, he pretty well said, "Yep, you're chairing. Good luck." So I had no time to overthink about it, and everyone said I killed it, so it went well.
So I was gonna ask you that. Would you rather known or did you like that? They kind of told you last minute, but I guess I know the answer to that.
I'm starting to like being thrown into the fire.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool stepping outside your comfort zone, eh?
Well, yeah, it's like really different. Because I'm like one of my biggest things is communication, talking to people, and trying not to be shy. So, I mean, it's like, I don't know. I was saying to my sponsor last week, I said, when I first got out of rehab and started going to meetings, I was like on this pink cloud, like riding that big wave, and it just completely ended one day, and I was just miserable. So now that I'm starting to like do things and actually work on my recovery properly, like the way that is best suited for me, which is the AA way, in like the 3 weeks or 4 weeks that I've done it, my life has been just so much better. My mood's been better. I've just been nicer. So it really does work. It just took me a long time to actually get an open mind to it. So yeah. Anyways, it's been a great week. Work's going great. My daughter has a hand, foot, mouth right now, so that's not too great. But other than that, good. How about you guys?
Oh man, I was going to ask you, are you going to get involved in any service positions?
Yeah, I guess service work is like kind of chairing, so that's considered a service work. Because I always wondered when they said like service, so I thought that was kind of like community service.
Yeah.
But that's not what it is, I guess. So, but yeah, I'm gonna start to like. I've been getting to meetings earlier, putting chairs away, like that kind of stuff. And I feel like the more because I just actually recently signed up for the home to be a group member. So I feel like the more I do, the more business meetings I go to and stuff, the more involved I'll end up being.
Yeah, absolutely. I went to my first business meeting today for my home group. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm trying to get involved in like in one of the service positions. It's called like hospitals and institutions. So what you do is you like reach out to certain hospitals and institutions, and you kind of schedule it so once a month you go there and you chair a meeting at, say, like a jail or at a detox, or or
Oh yeah, so they do that here. They ask people, but you have to have a year of sobriety to do it.
yeah.
So
that was
I'm going to. I'm excited to do that.
that's what I want to do, that position as well, man. I think it's gonna be awesome.
I want to speak at one too, like to be I'd like to, like after I get a year, start doing like speakers at that kind of stuff. That'd be cool, I think.
I'm really interested in that one.
Yeah, me too. I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Mark.
Dave, how's your week, buddy?
Oh, my week was good. A little bit of work. Work was going well. My sister's birthday yesterday. She came out, which was also 10 months. Joined the 10-month group with you guys, you fine fellas. So that was cool. Mark's almost at 11 now, though. A couple days, I guess.
Sure.
So
What day is it?
Today's 14th. 16th is my 11 months. So
yeah.
Then hopefully in a month's time I can try to get into that service position.
Yeah, I know it can't come soon enough, eh? You just want to like do more things.
Yeah.
That's quick for you, eh? Is that year feel quick too?
It does, but
yes
at the
and
same
no.
time, yeah.
Yeah.
At the same time, I've done so much in the last year. I've gotten way more in the last year than the last like 10. Yeah, 10, but 5 for sure.
You definitely caught up on some sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. So
how else was your
else? Yeah, it was good. Nothing too crazy. Did a few episodes, I guess, cut a few episodes because we kind of had some in the bank and we had some kind of already loaded, ready to go. So it had been probably a couple weeks since I had done any editing or whatever. So it was nice to kind of do a couple. I think it was last weekend though, actually. It might have been, I don't know when it was, but anyway, it was recently. So it was nice to kind of listen to them again. And we got some cool ones coming up for sure. And we did one on Thursday we recorded, which we can get into another time, but might be some bloopers coming out of that one.
Yeah, I'm confident there's some bloopers in there.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty funny. It was a good interview, but I may have fudged a couple things, so that'll be good. And then so the hair up here is getting a little longer. Now my question for you guys is, I don't like Mark's got good style. He's got pull back. I have my sister put it in like pull it back, put it in a little pony, and it was almost like I was trying to get like the Donaldson look. Am I too old to be wearing something like that in public though? No, okay.
You're young.
I like your confidence, guys. I like that quick answer. That was good.
Very confident.
That was good. Confident.
And just know
I just shaved my head or got rid of all mine. I'm losing my hair.
Yeah, you look like you're 20 right now.
Yeah, you got that shaved face right now. You're looking young, but good.
I don't feel it.
Nice. Mark, how was your? I have an area of discussion maybe after, and then to talk about after you get into your week, just so I don't forget. So you guys can remind me. I might forget.
Sure.
So
my week was good. As I mentioned, went to a first business meeting of my home group. That was awesome. So I'm trying to get more involved in that.
So what's the business meeting like? Sorry, I don't. What's that all about?
So basically, they just they go around, they review the previous business meeting, they talk about like money, where the money goes that you collect, right? So all the money's kept track of. So like goes over rent and shit like that. And then there's the positions. If there's any vacant, you like vote on someone. Any issues that are brought to the attention of the group gets like discussed. And that's pretty much it, man. Keeps the group running, right? They do like the basic essentials, like if the supplies are all there, like if you have enough coffee for the meetings for the next month or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So
right on.
Yeah, it's nothing crazy.
So an actual
it's cool that you feel important when you're there.
Yeah.
Right. And it is an important thing to do.
Yeah. So it's actual kind of like an actual business meeting. I just didn't know if it was like they say business meeting, but it's like actually, you know, a metaphor for something else kind of thing. But
Oh no,
it's
yeah,
actually kind of like,
yeah, like someone takes minutes at it.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was sick, man. Yesterday was good. I've been at Soup Kitchen every day. I'm excited to have a little break from there, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll be back heading to Ottawa tomorrow night. Excited for that. Oh, guys. All right. So I gotta tell you guys this. There was a fucking mouse in my house. And if you know me, you know that I hate mice. I hate rodents. I'm terrified of them. And but I caught it. I faced my fears. I caught this mouse. And I'm so proud of myself because a couple of years ago, I was up for 2 days just thinking there was mice in my house, just like tweaking the fuck out, like walking around my house, like petrified that there was mice in my house. Like, anyway, today I faced it, or this week I faced it like a sober grown up, set a couple traps, and I got that little bastard.
Sober out. A couple years ago, did you actually see one and then you started hallucinating, or you just
I just like thought I heard a mouse in the house, like was having like audio hallucinations, just being like, there's mice in the house. And for 2 straight days, just like running around, like honestly, like looking in all the spaces in my house for it, just like tweaked out of it, like disgusting. And I think I'm pretty shook up about that incident. It's been messing with me a bit. Like, what's wrong with you, man? But that happened. So
yeah. How many times did you think you hear someone in your house too? And that would happen to me all the time, or like think someone's coming down the stairs when you're hiding doing something and no one's actually doing that.
Yeah. Oh my God. The times I've mistaken my heartbeat for someone walking around my house.
Yeah.
Right. Man, it's so like that was every day of my life, Jared.
Yeah. Brutal.
Like tweaking out, hearing the walls talk and seeing shadow people. Like, no, thank you.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Facing my problem is a sober adult these days.
Have you had any alcohol cravings lately, Mark?
Man, I haven't. Saying that I haven't been doing much, but the summer has been, as you guys definitely know, man, the summer is tough for the cravings for alcohol.
Oh, I do have a good little story on the craving thing here. So I was doing a side job, and it was like the hottest day this year so far. And buddy's wife came out with sandwiches, was super cool. And then he came out with 4 icy cold beverages that I was like, I really hope those are Pepsis. I really hope those are Pepsis. No, they were Bud Lights.
Oh God.
So anyways,
I said I'm craving right now, to be honest.
I said and then he also like gave us Gatorade earlier. So I'm like, I'll just stick to my Gatorade. I don't drink anymore. Thanks. Appreciate it though. But like, just like I wasn't going to have one, but just that like thought, like I'm just soaked in sweat. How good would just crack an ice cold pint taste? And it was literally dripping water off the sides. I was like staring at it.
So good.
But yeah, I drank the Gatorade and got some cold water on the way home. And when I was home, I was happy. Like, I don't know. I was happy I didn't drink. Like, I would never have done it, but
yeah,
that would have shook me for sure.
But gosh, it looked refreshing.
Yeah. It's funny that you need to like, I've had that a couple times too, you know, when you say like, I don't drink anymore, it's almost like you didn't get into detail, but it's almost like you have to like justify why you're saying no to a beer when it shouldn't really be like that. You should just like, no, it's cool. Like, oh, the Gatorade. But
I know this guy was pretty awesome. He's like, oh, okay. So I don't know. I think so. But yeah, it was good. But just like, it was like in slow motion, you know, the commercials where it's like that ice cold beer and there's just like water pellets dripping off of it. That's what it looked like. And I was just looking at it in slow motion.
Did she come out with like a tight shirt too? That was just like,
No, it was a guy.
Oh,
Same thing.
Yeah.
did he come up with it? Sure.
No,
Uh,
but yeah, it was good. It was a good.
Nice.
So if you didn't have an alcohol craving when you started this episode, you definitely do now.
Yeah. Maybe I should put a
No, I
warning on
don't.
this episode.
No, that's good to talk about, man. I would be very. That sounds really difficult. That'd be hard.
So yeah, and if you can get through those difficult times, the more that happens, the easier it gets. Like that, it was easy for me to say no and not want it, but the thought of how good and it looked and how cold it looked and how refreshing it would taste. But I know if I had that one sip, then I wouldn't stop. I'd probably drive home. I would lose my family and I would lose everything because it just wouldn't stop until I went back to Newgate and then had to restart. And I don't know how depressed I would be after almost getting a year of sobriety and having to not restart, but have a slip or something like that. This at like when I'm like almost at like one of the most proud peaks of my life.
You know how you said the more you go in that position and turn it down,
Yeah,
the easier. I don't think that's sound advice. I think you
I
should
do.
avoid that situation altogether, man.
No, like not the more you jump into that situation, but like the longer it goes, I find it gets easier. Like if I was just out of rehab, I would have found that really tough. But the more I know how to use my tools and stuff like that, the easier it does get.
Well, it's interesting, like where you're at now, because I wonder if that will change. Like, I wonder if it goes in like a cycle, right? In like 5 years or whatever it is, that maybe you'd be like, not you, just someone in general being around it. So like if you're around it a few more times, whatever, then you start to feel like, it's okay, I can have one, you know? I'm curious on how that is. You know, how some people will go 10 years without having a drink and all of a sudden they do. Is it because,
But that's because, and like, you just got to work like, for me, I think I got to work the steps of AA into my daily life. And
Yeah, what I'm saying
yeah.
is I wouldn't make it a daily thing where like someone comes out with like a fucking perspiring beer that you got to turn down. That's what I'm saying. That's a horrible idea.
No, yeah, no.
I understand.
Yeah, that.
Right? Because like you could get caught in like a bad moment, be like,
yeah.
Fuck
See,
it.
that doesn't happen often.
Yes, that's where I was confused there. I was like, oh, don't. Yeah, I know what you're saying now.
But yeah, advice for the listeners.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Clear that up a bit, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I took from it. I was like, no, don't do that. But
no,
I understand. What you're saying.
I'm not gonna. That was just I mean, like, yeah, I could have been in a terrible mood or whatever, but I find like if I was in a bad mood before, I have a lot more tools now that just click in my head right away.
Yeah.
That can help me. Like, you know, because at first you got to like work them, you got to sit there and think about them. Now it's starting to just all mesh and they're just all working.
Yeah. And to your point, I think the more that you get comfortable with turning down, you know, drinks, I think that is a tool in itself, right? That comfort, being like, no, thank you, whatever.
I like, as weird as it sounds, it's almost like you're proud of yourself for turning it down.
Yeah.
Almost like, oh, I don't want to disappoint myself because I've disappointed myself for the past 10 years.
Yeah. That's good.
I don't know. Yeah.
I think it's contagious a little bit too, like anything else too. I you know, you might be with a group of people and all of a sudden notice someone that maybe had a beer the last time that turns it down after you say no, because they're just like, I don't really feel like having one either, but they just felt like they needed to, right?
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see if that happens for you too, when like you're kind of with some of those work guys. Maybe it won't, but
Who made, like, what do you mean? Oh yeah, but that's another reason why though I left my old job, is because it was toxic and it was negative and a lot of people had issues and I didn't want to be around that anymore. So I kind of thought, if I leave this job, go to a new one, and it actually has helped. Like it didn't completely turn around right away. I had to go to rehab still, but like the atmosphere that I'm in is a lot more positive. No one goes out for work, like beers after work. Most people have families and go home right after work. Like I don't think since I've started working there, even when I was drinking, I never went out for beers after work with any of the guys. So
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you're
I
making
put myself in,
positive decisions. Like whenever I was like on like a good workout, and didn't really usually last very long, but or in a good eating routine, you know, and talking about with people at work, I could see it start to like spiral a little bit with them too, right? Like
Mhm.
became contagious, and other people kind of would start doing it, or you know, someone else is doing something like that too. I would start to change my habits a bit too, or try to improve it. So yeah. Anyway, blah 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 blah
Blah, blah,
blah
blah.
blah blah. blah.
Dave, what is your thing?
Oh, you saw that?
No, you said you had
Oh, that. Oh, I'll show that one later.
yeah. We'll get into Dave's doodles later.
So I was thinking, this came to me the other day. So one thing I always used to, I had a lot of like sayings or whatever, different things I talked to my team about. I coached, and we had the two C words, not the C words you're thinking about, but we used two C words that, you know, I realized that although I tried to instill these in the players, you know, it was something that lacked in my own personal life. And I found myself, and I wanted to see if you guys have found this as well, that change in sobriety, I've been able to find it a little bit more, which is confidence and consistency. So I talk about that with players a lot. Like, you know, those are things you can try to work on and control. And I find my confidence a lot better, and consistency. Like, I mean, there's things I like to be doing more of or better, but the things I've been really focusing on, I found myself a lot more consistent on. The gym workouts I've been really good at those. And so it's been a lot more consistent. So my moods have been more consistent. So anyway, I don't know if you guys ever thought about those things, but
Absolutely.
yeah.
I think consistency is how we form our habits. You know what I'm saying?
Huh.
So if you like
Yeah.
consistently do those like cool, positive things. So since I've been in recovery, I get up every morning at 5. I work out, journal, like all that shit. And I've done it consistently. And now it's like something that I just do automatically. And that consistency kind of formed those good habits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I guess the other thing I was going to say too is just like, I think it would have been impossible for me to ever find those truly if I continued to drink. Those two things would not exist in my life at all, or would never be able to find them.
Yeah.
Consistently drink. That's about it.
Yeah.
Didn't have a lick of confidence using.
Yeah.
Unless you were, that's the weird thing about confidence is when I was drinking, I'd have tons of it. When I was sober, I would have none. Now when I'm sober, I'm starting to find myself have a lot more. Consistency, as you guys know, needs a lot of work on.
Yeah, but now you're like applying yourself, like, you know, the last couple of weeks to your AA, you're finding something you're really trying to dial in, like the consistency on that's been a lot better, right? Like,
yeah, but just there's a lot of consistency in other places of my life that I need to start working on, like getting healthy. I mean, I've been eating healthier, but I haven't been getting to the gym. I'm consistently thinking that I have no time to do anything when my time management is just horrific. So I need to
We
just
believe.
sit down, figure it out. What?
So we believe in you.
Yeah.
well, I think if you have too much going on, like, and this is for anybody, you know, I think that it's hard to really be consistent at or do something really well, right? If you're just kind of overwhelmed, and then like don't beat yourself up, like you're really working on your AA and your sponsor and like your time with your sponsor and stuff like that. So the fact that maybe you're not getting to the gym workouts in right now, don't beat yourself up about that too much, you know, like I'm for myself personally, like I still haven't been journaling as, at all in the last month. And that's something I wanted to get more consistent at, but I'm not going to really beat the shit out of myself for it either. Right. So just kind of, I don't know, food for thought.
Yeah, I agree.
Consistently get better every day.
Yeah.
A little tiny bit better.
You know what BEST stands for, right?
What does?
BEST. You know what BEST stands for?
What?
Better every single time.
That's nice.
Yeah, that is sweet.
Nice. Shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Welcome back.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Jared.
You know what I'm finding, like, I've been really putting like more faith into my daily routine, and I find that's making me a lot happier. Like almost just being more open with it. It's weird. It's like you get, when you start to do that, there's so many aha moments. And since I've started doing that, my mood has been so much better too, and I've been happier, and I've had more energy. I've been sleeping better. Like, everything has been getting a little bit better. So I think
You've been going to bed earlier?
meh.
Well,
But
just
I've just
better sleep.
But just better sleep, like, throughout. A lot more energy. Plus, I'm like off the work, which is nice too.
Bless you.
Sorry about that.
Anyways,
But yeah, man, that makes sense. You see, do you find yourself being more grateful as well?
yeah,
Like grateful for the smaller things and
yeah. Like, when I first started going to meetings and stuff, I was just sitting there not listening because I didn't like the idea of all the God talk. But like, the more, like, when I actually hit that low point in sobriety and asked for help, and I started to kind of listen to people more, and like, seriously, like, having an open mind to that kind of stuff can change your life, I think. And I'm just getting, like, we're all just getting started, so I think it's, for all three of us, there's lots of good things to come. And for anyone out there listening that's trying to get sober, life just gets better.
I like that.
not agree more.
Mm-hmm. Should we talk about Sydney's episode?
I would love to.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, Sydney's dope, man. Yeah, good episode. I'm glad. Sorry, Jared.
I was just really intrigued about the eating disorder thing.
Yeah.
Because I got, like, when I got out of rehab for a bit, I kind of got scared because I was like binge eating and like getting sick. And I still do that sometimes, like when I'm eating out of boredom, when I should be just like doing something else, but I'm just like completely stuffing my face. So it gave me a lot of things to look out for and be careful for. So
Yeah.
even that kind of interview or something like that comes into your life, that's what I mean. It's like, ever since, yeah, I don't know, things just come into your life when you need to hear things now, I think. So
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. I liked that one.
Yeah, I really liked her episode as well. It was cool that we got a different, it wasn't substance use disorder. It was more, bulimia and anorexia. And I think anything in that nature is cool to talk about, man. So you kind of hit the stigma of it is just discussing it. And known Sydney for a long time now, and very proud of her for opening up. And
Yeah, that would be so hard to open up about.
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's all hard, but I feel like there's more of a stigma for that kind of stuff too. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, definitely for both, right? But
yeah,
yeah, Yeah. And I don't know, proud of her.
Mhm.
Dave, what was your favorite part of the episode?
Yeah, it was good. I had to keep it together. I had to keep it together at one point, but and it wasn't about the interview. It was just my immaturity on something. But
Oh no, I couldn't too, man. I couldn't look over at you.
But no, I thought it was awesome. Like, I think just really what you guys both said. I think having that point of view, again, a different guest with a different story, with this one being a little bit different, like you said, not necessarily like addiction, I guess, substance use, but definitely addictive personality in what you're doing, right? And kind of the same boat with Jared too. Like, I was getting so afraid of, like, they talk about cross addiction and stuff like that. Like, I didn't want to turn into like 3,000 pound sister, something, like, because I started eating out of whatever. And
oh yeah,
and that's a different sort of eating disorder, I guess, right? And just like,
yeah.
I remember we were at Newgate, and I was like working out every day, sometimes twice a day, and it was like, well, maybe that's working out too much is not great for you, good for you. You gotta be careful of like cross addiction. Mark, I remember you saying like, wow, there's like worse things in the world than like working out all the time.
Yeah, that one. I find it funny when people say that one. I'm like, fuck it, man. If you want to trade in doing more for working out, fucking
yeah, exactly. And I think that's part of like anyone that has that all or nothing personality. Sometimes it's like, yeah, if you're gonna put yourself into that, then that's probably okay. But as long as you're not ruining your body, like, I mean, again, it could be doing it worse, but like ruining it with, I don't know. I'm just gonna cut this out. I don't even know where I'm going with that.
Every time,
man, I struggle with like food a lot too, man. When I'm really depressed is when I find I struggle the most with it. Like, I have no fucking control. I just want to eat because it makes me feel better, and it's fucking weird. But I just, like, if I'm depressed, I don't give a shit what I eat, right?
Yeah,
I'll eat till I get, like, sometimes I'll eat till I get sick almost.
Yeah.
Then you're like, what is going on here?
Yeah. But it's good to
find
that, right?
When I find too, it's like if I don't have it in the house, then I'm usually pretty good. Well, because I just don't have it. But like, I don't know if I mentioned this. My parents got this gift basket from this lady, and there was like cookies and all this stuff. And so I would eat good well in the morning, get my workout. I'd go to work like 2 to 9. And I was trying to eat like around 6. So I get home, I'm not super hungry, but I got home and I'd be like hungry, and I'm like just mowing down on a couple of these cookies. And then the next day I tell my mom, like just hide all this stuff before I get home from work. And she didn't. So the next day again, I get home, I'm like, I need something to eat. So I'm just like mucking it down. I think I don't know if I said that last week or not. We were talking about Halt.
Yeah.
Last week.
Man, okay. I got a question for you guys. If you guys get like a pack of your favorite cookies,
Gone.
Yeah, okay. Can you eat them in like, fuck, what am I trying to say?
Eat the whole thing?
Yeah, have like one a day?
No.
Oh, no.
No, me either. That whole thing's getting destroyed.
See, I'll eat cookies. I'm not like, I don't normally buy them because I know that too, but like a big bag of chips, there's no like wrapping it up and putting one of those little clips on it. It's going by.
Yeah, like I went to try to eat like I don't know, half a bag of chips, and I kept rolling them up, putting them back, and then grab them again, have a couple more, roll them up, put them back. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna eat them all. Like, I'm just sitting there thinking about chips the whole time.
Yeah.
So
we're pretty good. I picked up this week where they're like these protein puffs. They're like little cheesies, and they have a more protein in them, I guess. Is like, I don't know, a little bit better for you, but they're expensive. But they're not like really good, so I don't eat a ton of them. But they're decent. And it kind of gives me that like fulfillment of like a Cheeto almost too.
what about veggie straws? They're pretty good.
I like
those. Man, those are delicious. Those
say
can't be-
eat a full pack of them though.
Yeah.
I feel like
But at
they can't
least
be
you
good
don't
for
feel
you.
so bad.
No.
I feel like they can't be good for you though, because they're just too good.
Dude, they're veggie
Right?
straws.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
They're made of veggies, just like potatoes.
Yeah. So I said that to my dad. I'm like, they're not that bad. They're veggie fucking it's like sour potato chips. Like,
Oh.
man, I also liked how like there's so many similarities, like when you look at like being in denial, like hiding it. So there's a lot of like kind of overlap in like the feelings between the two, I think. Do you guys find that when she was sharing her story?
Yeah, man. I actually, I'm glad you brought that up, because I thought of that when she was talking about the hiding and then like switching it up. Like that's kind of like what I started doing too. Sometimes I'm switching it up to like vodka and Gatorade so that like I don't see all the beers around and stuff like that or whatever. So yeah, that's a real good point.
And Jared, I know you're a big 12-step guy, right? But there's also 12-step groups for eating disorders. So if you watch Sydney's episode below, we included a couple of links down below for some information. So please make sure you go back and check those out if you're struggling.
Well, I think we should end on highs, lows, and grateful for the week.
I'm down, but the first thing we got to do, Jared, is tune in to Dave's Doodles.
Ding, dong, 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 dong. Jared wasn't here for the last Dave's Doodle.
This is your
What is
first
it,
Dave's
snake?
Doodles. He's going to explain to you what he got drawn here. Davey Doodles.
First, you guys get to this is Davey's Doodle right there. You guys get to guess what this is. You might be able to get this one.
A long road ahead.
Oh, so yeah.
with
It could be that.
Success life. Stop. There's going to be some, to get to the life and success that you want, there's going to be some bumps in the road. That's all I got.
Yes.
Is that what
Yes.
I got? Did I get it?
Pretty. Well, it's pretty close. There's two different sayings you could use here. Is the road to success is always under construction.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Or you could say life too, whatever, if you don't want to like define the success necessarily or whatever. But yeah, so life
Cool.
for success, always under construction.
That was fucking sweet.
Boom. I don't know if you stole it from somewhere. That's from one of the top 5 best people I ever met in my life. I worked with Tony San Giuliano. Shout out. Worked with him. When I was like 20,
Really
I met him and he was like, I want to be this guy. He's such a nice, just always in a good mood. He's such a great dude.
Sick.
Or is a great dude. But yeah.
That's you, Dave.
Trying one day.
Jared, what did you say you'd like to close on?
Highs, lows, grateful for.
Sweet. Let me start.
Yeah.
Highs. Business meeting. Hanging out with my beautiful daughter, Rebecca, and my amazing family. Lows. Seeing a mouse. I'm grateful for sobriety, you guys, my family, friends, and this podcast.
Nice. J Rock, you want me to go or are you on it? We'll end with you, Jay, since it was yours. I'll go highs. High would be 10 months sober, hitting that achievement this week. Thank you. Low would be my low. Let's really think about that one.
Well, you seen a mouse today too, didn't you?
I saw, yeah, little baby mouse, a tiny little thing. Wasn't really my low though. I thought it was pretty cute. But low would be I didn't go for dinner last night with, no, not last night, the night before. My parents went into town. It was a lot of confusion over my sister's birthday dinner on Friday night. First, it was going to be a girls' night with my two sisters, and then my parents got invited. And I was just in town. Anyways, I didn't end up going. I don't know if I think she was a little disappointed I didn't go, but I didn't really know what was going on. So, bit of a low, I guess, for that. And then definitely grateful for you guys, my family, and all that sobriety. But I will say the nice weather up here. We had consistently like 4 nice days in a row, which is great because it's been kind of a mild summer up here. We get 2 nice days and then rain or cold. So grateful for the nice weather we're having here in August. And over to you, Jared. Did I freeze there? No. Okay. Sorry.
My high of the week would be spending time with my family, doing this podcast today. Feel good. And meeting a lot of new people today. My low was missing the Thursday night interview. I was pretty bummed out about it. But there'll be tons more, so can't kick myself too much. And I'm grateful for sober life, meetings, this podcast, you guys, my family, and yeah, that's it so far.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, please reach out and ask for help. Comment, like, subscribe, follow, all that cool stuff. Yeah, we appreciate all of you.
Peace.